Did you know the Krabby Patty was actually co-developed by Mr. Krabs and Plankton? This story goes back to their childhood. They were born on the same day, and were so close they were inseparable. They even celebrated their birthdays together. At school, Plankton was the smallest. Because of this, he was always being bullied. Whenever this happened, Mr. Krabs would step in to defend Plankton.
You're right, Plankton, I'm sorry. Sorry you have to hang out with Rag Boy.
Mr. Krabs came from a poor family. His clothes were all patched together from scraps. That day, even his last cloth was taken, and he had to use cardboard to cover himself. It was on this very day that his fate took a turn. He found a shiny coin on the ground. It was the first time he had ever truly possessed money. He could have bought himself a new outfit, but he didn't do that. Instead, he bought Plankton the balloon he had been longing for. Back then, there was a famous burger joint, but the food was mediocre, and the atmosphere was terrible. Yet, with no competition, business was still booming. When they walked in, the owner frowned. He thought they were dirty and poor. He wouldn't even sell them food.
I've worked too long and too hard to make this a respectable business. As it is, I can barely afford the essential things in life. Is it quitting time already? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to enjoy some of life's essentials.
In that moment, a seed was planted in both their hearts. If there were a hamburger shop with better food, wouldn't they earn respect? So they decided to open their own burger joint. They returned to their rundown home and began developing the recipe.
Gently.
When they had strangers taste their burgers, they found the old shop had closed for hygiene reasons. For them, this turned out to be an opportunity. They converted their rundown house into a restaurant. On the first day of their grand opening, a long line formed at the door, but reality dealt them another blow. After eating, customers frowned one after another. Some even threw up right there.
I'm ruling their stomachs, and soon I will be ruling their minds.
But what about satisfying the customer?
Particles to the customer. I'm talking about ruling the world.
Differences in philosophy led to their first argument. Plankton activated the trap device and drove Mr. Krabs out without hesitation.
And he always did.
Lies! Very touching, but completely false.
Plankton claimed that the one who really wanted to rule Bikini Bottom was Mr. Krabs. At that moment, Karen entered and said both were lying, so Karen recounted the version she knew. On the day the burger joint opened, there wasn't a single customer. They had no choice but to give out free samples to passers-by. But one of the passers-by died from poisoning after eating the burger. Plankton wanted to tweak the recipe to prevent trouble. Mr. Krabs insisted he would change it himself. The two began fighting over the Krabby Patty recipe.
You want to fight over this recipe? I'll give you a fight you'll never forget!
Well, that's ruined. But no use letting this go to waste. These kids will eat anything. I've done it. I discovered the perfect patty batter.
Soon, they each set up a stall outside the elementary school, selling their burgers. The students immediately noticed their burgers. Plankton's burger was tried first. Most of the students couldn't handle it. Some even vomited, creating chaos. Then it was Mr. Krabs' burger. Every student who tried it was won over. They cheered for Mr. Krabs and lifted him high. The contest was clearly won. Plankton felt jealous and bitter. He secretly vowed to get the recipe back.